Welcome back to the channel. Today's story is about a very poor girl who was living in America. Her family had taken a huge loan to build their house, but unfortunately, they were not able to pay it off, and so the bank took their house and kicked them out on the streets. She and her siblings had to go out begging for food and money. But amidst all this struggle, she never lost hope and always looked for the light at the end of the tunnel. One day she met an old man who changed her life forever by giving her a chance to become a bodybuilder. Let's start the story. Chapter 1: Struggle. Her family was very poor and they lived in a small house on the outskirts of town. Despite being poor, Jenny had everything she needed, like food, clothes, and a roof over her head. And most importantly, she had a loving family that loved her very much. But unfortunately, one day, he told his wife and daughter that he would go and talk. He was very upset because the manager had threatened to take their house if they didn't pay the loan back immediately. Jenny's mother was very worried and tried to call the manager herself, but he didn't budge. They had no other choice. They had to leave the house and go out on the streets. Jenny couldn't believe what was happening. She couldn't understand why this was happening to her family. She was only 18 years old, and she didn't know how she would survive without a home or money. She went to her room and packed a few things before leaving the house. She was crying. She wandered around the city for hours until she found a place where she could sleep for the night. It was a cold winter night and she couldn't find any food or water. She was so hungry that she started begging on the streets. People gave her some money and she used it to buy some food and water. After a few days, she met a group of people who were protesting against the government. They were demanding houses for the homeless people and food for the hungry. Jenny joined them and started protesting along with them. She also started begging for food and money so that she could survive. She slept on the streets, under bridges, and in parks. She knew that one day she would get her life back on track. One day, Jenny was begging on the streets when she met an old man who was sitting on a bench. He was dressed in a nice suit and he looked very important. The man was moved by her story and he asked her if she would like to come with him to his gym. Jenny was very grateful to the old man and she agreed to work in his gym. Chapter 2: First step into gym. She was shy at first, but she soon got comfortable with the routine and started enjoying her new job. He was a very successful businessman, and he had opened this gym to help people live healthier lives. He was also a fitness enthusiast himself, and he trained regularly in the gym. He also noticed that she was a very beautiful girl with a great personality. He offered her a free membership to the gym so that she could train and become fit. He also hired a personal trainer for her. The trainer's name was Mike, and he was a very experienced and knowledgeable person. Jenny was very grateful to Mr. Williams for giving her this opportunity. She started going to the gym every day, and she followed Mike's training plan religiously. She wanted to show them that it was possible to get out of their situation and achieve their dreams. As the days passed, Jenny became stronger and fitter. She made many new friends and she learned a lot about fitness and nutrition. Chapter 3: Transformation. She had become a beautiful and confident young woman who was admired by everyone. She had a job, a gym membership, and a personal trainer. However, she still had a long way to go if she wanted to become a successful fitness instructor. She needed to learn more about fitness and nutrition, and she needed to get even fitter. Meanwhile, Mike was very impressed with Jenny's progress. He knew that she had a bright future ahead of her, and he wanted to help her reach her full potential. So he started giving her more challenging workouts, and he pushed her to be her best. She knew that she wouldn't have been able to make so much progress without him. She was amazed at how strong and fit she was becoming, and she couldn't wait to share her success with the world. Chapter 4: Competition. He thought that she was ready and that she could win the competition easily. She had worked too hard to hide her success, and she was confident that she could do well in the competition. She was determined to win, and she put everything she had into her training. Finally, the day of the competition arrived. Jenny was very nervous, but she knew that she was well prepared. The competition was fierce, but Jenny knew that she had done everything she could to prepare for this moment. When the judges announced her as the winner, she was over the moon. She was so happy that she had proved to everyone that she was a champion. She had won many bodybuilding competitions, and she had become a successful fitness instructor. She was still poor, but she was no longer homeless. She had a job, a gym membership, and a personal trainer. She was also very active in the gym community, and she was known for her hard work and dedication. Chapter 5: Reward. After winning several bodybuilding competitions, Jenny decided to take a break. She needed to rest and recover from all the hard work she had put in. She also wanted to think about her future and what she wanted to do next. She went to Mr. Williams and told him that she wanted to become a fitness trainer. Mr. Williams was very happy to hear this, because he had always known that Jenny had what it takes to be a successful trainer. He offered to pay for her certification so that she could become a qualified trainer. Jenny was very grateful to Mr. Williams for his generosity, and she promised to make him proud. She studied hard for her certification exam, and she was soon hired as a fitness trainer at the gym. She was earning a good salary, and she was able to support herself and her brother. She also saved some money, and she was able to buy a car and an apartment. She was no longer the poor homeless girl she had once been. She had become a successful businesswoman. However, she never forgot where she came from. She still volunteered at the gym, and she helped out whenever she could. She also started a foundation to help homeless people get off the streets. One day, Jenny was training a client in the gym when she heard a familiar voice. She turned around and saw her parents standing there. They were amazed at how their daughter had changed. She was no longer the skinny and weak girl they had lost. She was now a beautiful and confident woman who was admired by everyone. Jenny was so happy to see her parents again. She ran to them and hugged them tightly. They were so proud of their daughter, and they thanked her for not giving up on them. And so the story of the fighter girl came to an end. She had gone through so much hardship and struggle, but she had never lost hope. She had fought for her dreams, and she had won. She was a true champion, and she had proven that it was possible to achieve anything if you set your mind to it. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have a story to tell, please share it with us. We would love to hear it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.